Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily Low with your hosts, Matt McGregor and Tone Based. Good morning, mate. How are you?
Morning. I'm good. I'm good. Just poured my cup of tea. There we go. We gotta. Oh shit. I gotta mute some stuff here, but you guys didn't hear it, so it's all good. Yeah, I gotta buy the dip cup, and I don't know how I feel about this dip. In a way, I'm kind of happy. I
Mm,
do have to, spend money, so that's not good. You always want Bitcoin to go up because there's always bills to pay at the wrong time,
yeah.
especially on the first of the month. But a pullback to the $60,000 area is healthy, while at the same time, you don't want to go too far below 60,000. Like 59,000 is still within margin of error. But if we start, spending a couple of hours below 59,000, it'll get concerning. And what are your overall views before I jump into the charts? I'll go first this time.
I've got two views. One is we've been talking about this for a week and a bit. I'm currently in a short right now, but I don't want to be in that short. I like to be in shorts for a very, very short amount of time. I never like betting against Bitcoin. I've made a lot of money shorting Bitcoin in an unreasonably short amount of time. One of the best trades I ever had. I it was years ago, but it was back before you and I were close, but we were messaging, maybe 2019, something like that. I shorted Bitcoin and made like 40 grand in like 30 minutes. It was one of the best trades I ever had. I like to make my money fast on the shorts and then close them because I just don't like the feeling of betting against Bitcoin. That's my first point. The second point is with this hat on, I've been wearing these hats because they're, being given to me in merchandise from the exchanges. I feel like I'm starting to look like Billy Crystal from what's the movie called? City Slickers. Anyone who's like was born in the 80s or 70s will remember City Slickers. I'm starting to look like Billy Crystal, right? What the hell? I'm not even Jewish.
All right, let me jump into the charts here. The month is over. A new month has begun. Today is the first day of the new month, and let's see where we stand. Looking at your live chat, guys, 10 a.m. reversal. It's exactly 10 a.m. We're gonna jump into that right now and go and take a look. Real quick, here is our first day of the month, first day of the quarter. And it's already a rough looking candle. There's definitely a data error here somewhere. Not really sure what the hell is happening here, but clearly a data error on the chart. Let me go to a 3-month chart. Let's go and take a look at the quarterly look. We had a super consolidated candle with a wick at the low. The low is probably in. MRI is loading on the quarterly chart. I am
Is
curious
that
what
a
it looks like.
dragonfly doji time?
Um, yeah, almost. Almost. It's got a little bit too much of a wick at the top.
Hmm.
Just a regular doji for my taste. And MRI is taking its sweet time to load on this one. Yes, a lot of data to process. But it doesn't really matter. It's not gonna show a big difference. There it goes. Yeah, we're on a 7. So yeah, a couple of more quarters of upside. It'll be interesting, right? So we got this quarter has just started. This is lining up well, right? This means we have 9 months, right? You have a baby in that time until Bitcoin is at a top based on a quarterly MRI. And in fact, I have no problem with the topping the candle after the MRI top, especially if it's a swing to the upside with a low close. So the quarterly chart actually lines up pretty well with a potential top. And imagine if it's something like this, right? Like here was the 7th candle on the quarter, 8th candle, and there's the MRI top candle that quarter. So in the final 3 quarters of the 2017 bull run, Bitcoin went up. I can't see that percentage. About 1,500%. That's pretty damn good, right? One after,
Just to
so it
that.
went up 15x. It went up 15x the last time we reached a quarterly MRI top, and that wasn't even the first time we reached a quarterly MRI top. We had a quarterly MRI top back in 2014 as well. However, the top was made on the 6th candle. But that sixth candle also had its own exponential rise going into it. We never had the quarterly MRI top in the 2021 bull market. I think we should have, but we never made it to it as for reasons we've discussed here on the show.
Bless you.
Thanks, and I muted in time. Okay, so let's go back to the monthly chart since it's a brand new month. Let's see what's going on here. The monthly chart has a data error. We have to wait a couple of days and it should correct itself. I mean, this makes no sense. The price was never 60. Well, actually it was, but it should have been a gap. The price could have been 65,000 in the early moments of the month, which is now, depends where you are in the world. This is usually based on UTC time. And yeah, so we will let's
Yeah,
give it a few days for the candles to correct.
that should be the top of the wick. We had a rally, I suppose.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, we get the point. It's a red candle, but that's the wick.
The weekly chart is starting to have a rough week as well. We are right at resistance. And like we said earlier, we have to go to the really daily chart. I'm still partially bullish, not fully bullish. I want to load up at the dip, but I want to load up at the dip after it finds a little bit of support. So where are we going to find support? My best area for support is below 61,000 and above 59,000. So between 59 and 61 is my buy the dip zone. If we keep going down very slowly, I would love for that to happen with the reversal candle and with an MRI buy opportunity on the daily scale. Right now we're on a red star candle. So if there was to be a trade taken on today, it should definitely be a short trade over a long trade. Everything fell apart. Oh, wait, let me go back to the daily chart. Let me go. Oh, no, that's right. No, that's right. Um, Everything fell apart 1 hour ago. Everything falls apart for me when the floor breaks. Here is the floor. How do you draw this line? You draw the best fit line, touching the maximum amount of candles without breaking any of their bodies. That line comes in at 63,350. And when you start breaking that line with a high probability of closing below that line, and how do you know if you're going to close below that line? Well, either it's dropping super fast or the time is winding down and you only have like less than half a candle to go. You have confidence that you're going to close below that line. You exit all long positions and potentially take on short positions. This was also assisted by a red star candle that hour earlier. And there must have been some economic news this morning at 8:30 in the morning, which is when this thing started to kind of go down. Let's see what that news was. We're going to FinWiz. Let's see the news. ISM manufacturing index came in lower than expected. That's not good. Job openings. Yeah, it's a big number, but nothing out of the
They're bullshit.
ordinary.
They're bullshit.
Yeah, and not much. Any serious economic news later? Well, we have the unemployment rate coming in. Here's what I thought was weird. The probability that the Fed is going to lower rates again is actually substantial. It is a 62% chance that they're going to lower rate and a 37% chance that they're going to lower it 50 basis points again. This is seriously problematic, right? Remember what we've discussed, and I discussed it on Twitter Spaces as well. Because the Fed lowered the rate 50 basis points, and they did not have to do that. And now everyone is expecting them to, lowered rate 50 basis points. And now they're expecting to lower rates again. That means that the Fed thinks there needs to be liquidity injected in the market, which is kind of crazy considering the stock market is at a new all-time high. At least it was the other day. It probably still is. Well, it was until this morning. Yesterday, the market rallied at the end and literally closed at a new all-time high yesterday. And today the market is crashing. And I think a 10 a.m. reversal is probably very, very likely. We're still in the 10 a.m. candle here. We had what looked like a 10 a.m. reversal, which has now been negated. You can still get it. It's a little strange that we opened, crashed down, and we're still crashing. I think there will be a 10 a.m. reversal, but something is off. Something is off if the Fed is going to lower rates again, especially the day after the election. So I don't know. I haven't put my finger on what it is yet, but something is strange. It makes no sense. And gold is heading to a new all-time high. Beautiful. All right, Matt, I'm gonna. Whoa, look at oil. Jesus.
Oh, why did we close that trade?
Hmm?
Why did we close that trade? Damn.
Well, no, there was a reason to close the trade. The trade would have been closed way earlier. But
Right.
if you get a green star candle next candle, the trade's definitely back to the bullish side.
Mm,
Something is happening this morning. I mean, this is not normal, right? I mean, look at the
yeah.
look at this candle here. Look at yesterday's daily look what happened yesterday. The S&P reversed from 2 in the afternoon into the close 60 points.
Mm,
This is when liquidity is supposed to be drying up at the end of the day. The Fed, people are now expecting the Fed to lower rates. Something is happening in the financial markets, and I don't know what it is. And you know the tone vase golden rule. If
stay
you are
out.
confused on what is happening in the markets, you stay out of the markets. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. So I would be
No.
super cautious right now across all markets.
It
Bitcoin is
that that
actually behaving
can,
like state in some form of stability by slowly pulling back.
can you bring up Halliburton? Because I don't like the gold and oil are rising while the stock market and Bitcoin is falling. What's Halliburton doing? That's a good litmus test right there. If that motherfucker is
Halliburton,
rising,
wow, I haven't seen that stock in a while.
let's have a look. If that thing's at
How
a
do you
new
spell
all-time
that?
high, I might have to
I got it.
do
I got it. I got it.
this.
I mean, it's at the depths of the market. I don't know. I mean, Halliburton. I mean, uh, Halliburton hasn't done much in a long time, probably since Dick Cheney been
Mm,
gone. Halliburton had its
mm.
peak in
There's my
2014 with all the wars um, that were started, but lately it hasn't been good. I mean, its high was in 2014. If anything, who's the best defense contractor these days? Lockheed Martin, or there's
yeah,
one more.
Lockheed Martin. Let's see what Lockheed Martin's doing.
How do you spell that?
Lockheed Martin.
I have no idea how to spell that.
Chattomatte Negrosai.
I have no clue how to spell it.
Yeah, okay. It's the ticker is go LMT.
Oh, the ports are on strike. That's right. Here we go. Here we
That's what I
go.
was
See, look at
for.
Lockheed, right?
Yeah.
So this is the newest military defense contractor,
Right.
right?
Right.
So since the Ukraine war started in 2014, and
Yeah.
yes, it did start in 2014, the stock is up
Yeah.
570%. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
And
look, I was being facetious when I said, well, oil and gold is down, is up, and stock market and Bitcoin is down, risk on assets down. Let's have a look at Halliburton or Stockheed Martin. I thought that I was just being facetious, but perhaps we'll get an announcement today. Something,
yeah, so
someone knows something.
no, yeah, well, markets are going crazy. Yeah, it's like Middle East is ramping up. Honestly, I think this all ends next month. Look at this. It's coming in. Next month is election, right? And
Mhm.
Lockheed Martin is going to get a MRI top next month. And there's a high probability that's the top. And the wars are going to get, well, the Ukrainian war will probably get wound down. And I would be, man, this stock has been on fire.
Yeah.
And it's MRI. has been really good. Look at the MRI buy marks the low back in October of last year.
Mm.
And over here, I mean, it wasn't the most perfect call of the MRI top. It tops the following month. And yeah, I would be looking to get out of this next month. MRI top's coming, and I think it's going to reverse big time, and especially, if Trump happens to win the election. This is going to be a big problem for the war machine.
I saw a funny thing on Instagram today, just like some commercial came up. It was a super fund. Do you know superannuation? What do you have in what's the equivalent in America? The pension fund, right? So it's like a pension fund. It says we don't invest in military, industrial complexes. We don't invest in tobacco. We don't invest in firearms. We only do ethical investments, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I want a hedge fund that does the opposite of that. I want the exact effing opposite from my super. I want I want Lockheed Martin, tobacco and firearms. That's what I want.
Right. Uh, yeah, you can. I mean, it's a bad policy for a company, right? I mean, look, if you are an individual and you don't want to invest in certain companies because you don't want to support their industries, that's fine, right? But the job of a company is to make money and hire employees. So for a company, that's a bad policy. For an individual, yeah, that's fine, and you don't have to invest with that company. So I think
Right.
that's kind of stupid. But yeah, Intel is coming in on an MRI monthly buy opportunity, so maybe Intel will do well. Wow, I haven't looked at these monthly charts in a while. Tesla is looking great. Nvidia is looking great.
Mhm.
And wow, look at Meta. Meta
Yeah.
is looking great.
Yep.
Amazon's looking pretty good, coming off its MRI top. And Google is a little bit of work to do. And everyone is still watching TV, so Netflix is doing great. So is Apple. Look at Apple.
Fuck, I wish Bitcoin looked like that. Shit.
You know what? You know what I think is helping Apple? I think Apple Plus has some really good TV shows now. I mean, I don't really watch TV, but I saw some commercials, some trailers for some of the shows Apple Plus has. They're pretty good.
No. I can't watch American shows
And,
anymore.
and, I,
It's
and I'm happy because like these companies, right? Like Apple Plus, Netflix, Amazon, Prime. People don't realize that this is not Hollywood, right? Like Netflix, they're their own company that's doing TV series. So is Apple, so is Amazon. This is how Hollywood dies. And we're watching it unfold in real time with the Diddy case, which I'm not up to date on, by the way.
I hate Netflix, dude. It's all about they have to throw the politics and everything. I was watching a really great show the other day. It was like an English show, so you don't expect it. And then just out of nowhere, it's like this hardened cop. He's like, "Here's my son. He was having a big, deep, and meaningful with his son." And he said, like, "So who told you that information?" And he's like, "Jonathan told me." He's like, "Jonathan's a dick." And he's like, "Dad, he's been my boyfriend for 2 years." They
Oh,
just
no.
threw it in. It was like it didn't need to be said. It was just a normal father and son relationship. But they must have had like a box they had to check. It pissed me off. Just leave it alone. It was out of nowhere. Anyway, let me have a look at the Bitcoin price because it's crashing and we can wind this thing up.
Yep.
All right. Please like and subscribe. Is that you or me? This box here. That's me. Please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the description below. Join the Discord group. We've got a free bot that we can join with just the links in the description below. We are coming to Blowfin. We're in beta testing right now. We get 2 successful trades, and with the price crashing, we're not going to get an up only trade coming in very soon. But as soon as we get 2 clear trades with no faults at all, we're back on Blowfin or back to Blowfin. Let's go through the charts. I it's all been the same thing we've been speaking about for weeks here. I'm just starting on the daily time frame right now. We are on an MRI red star candle on the daily time frame here. I definitely see us come and retouch this cluster of the 30 simple moving average and the 50 simple moving average, which would be fantastic because it would really align perfectly with that breakout that we had here. We came down, We got the breakout, bang, we get a retracement to the breakout point, and then put in a higher low. Daily time frame looks fantastic for me. It's buy the dip for me in this zone, and unfortunately there's a massive gap between that buy the dip zone and where I would say your stop loss should be. That's obviously not your stop loss. So I would be looking for a buy off these moving averages right here with a stop loss at a reasonable point somewhere here. If we come down and break through and put a lower low in, I'm still not that bearish. It still just means we've got longer to wait in that, higher lows and lower highs structure. But the fact that we broke through here at 64, 500, I really do think that we could come back down to 60 and put in a really good, um, great buy, a great buy. And I'd have to look at lower time frames to see where that buy is going to come in. Let's just pull up a few of these oscillators. They're all pointing down on the daily time frame. I really want to just check out the weekly for a second because did that copy curve revert back to the downside again? That would be interesting to me. Um, oh, sorry, that's the RSI. It's coming back to retest the 50 line. Totally fine. I don't want to see this copy curve here start to point back down because it could signal like a lot longer. We've got to wait. I want to see the week. I want to put the low in and then this week or next week recover it and get back above the zero line. But we've got a long time to go before we talk about that. Let's have a look what this 7 simple moving average is. That's at seven. Same thing. Same thing as the daily. I think I come back and retest the 7 and then get a really good response off it, and we can come up and break the loose sides and everything else. But until we break this downwards trend here, I mean, it makes perfect sense that we're going to get a pullback at this point. I just want to put in a higher low. That's all I'm looking for right now. 4 hour time frame. Let's have a gander. Yeah, it's free falling. Okay. So I mean it's perfect that we could come back and retest inside the wave here. A green diamond on a 4 hour time frame could be a really good buy if that comes in just inside the green wave. That correlates perfectly with the daily and weekly. The weekly 7 simple moving average, the daily 30 and 50, a 4 hour green diamond inside the green inside the red wave. That's three things right there I'd look for a buy. But as it stands right now, I am short for the same reasons Tone mentioned. I didn't even have to wait till we got to 63 300, which Tone said. As soon as we started to tamper off here, I was I'm short. It just looked like it was gonna face meltdown. And for the moment, I'm still in this trade. Uh, I'll tell you tomorrow where I closed it. I don't know. As I said, I like to make the money real fast on a short side. Could I have the patience to hold it to 60? I don't. I don't think so, unless it happens real fast. I think I'll probably just pull a profit. There's probably a massive profit already. It's a pretty good trade. Tone, I'm coming back to you right now. There's nothing much else to say. I really don't mind the fall at all. I'm the same as you. I don't mind. I don't mind the fall to 60. I would seriously mind a fall below 60 and down to, 55, 50, whatever would really upset me. But as it stands right now, we're still in buy the dip zone, get a nice higher low, and all those other things that I just said. I think there's a trade on. Be vigilant. That's
Well,
my
I got
summation.
something. I got something. Check out this. So Walmart just completed a monthly MRI top, and if you go to the weekly, you have an MRI warning with the top coming in next week. So, yeah, this is a massive run up for Walmart. Look at this.
Yeah, yeah.
I would pull my profit from Walmart. I mean, look at the monthly. I mean, a monthly MRI top is rare. Look at the breakout. Like, so when people ask, when is the time to buy Walmart? Well, look at this acceleration line. Look when it
Yeah,
broke.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the beauty of it is you pull that trade right now, and then next month you can evaluate whether you want to get back in or not. Right? It's a
Yeah.
it's a perfect trade.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would be shorting here, but if I happen to be long, yeah, this is my exit. Sometime in the first 2 weeks of this month, I'm getting out at first sign of weakness. And yeah, and someone asked about shitcoins. We haven't looked at shitcoins in forever, man.
No,
I
The
mean, I'm
last,
only curious about the king of shitcoins, which is Ethereum, and I see that it's still going down. That makes me happy. And yeah, that's great. And they're all going to be going down. I don't see any of them doing well, other than maybe Solana. I think Solana is the only one. I think what's his name is getting out of prison this month. Uh,
no, he's out. He's out. He's out.
he's out. Okay. Monero is going to be, it had a little run up with the MRI. Now that's over.
Do you do
Litecoin,
you do you when you were in college? Do you remember LimeWire? Remember
of
the
course, I used it. I want to say I used it every day, but that would be incorrect. I used it for 24 hours a day because it was always downloading, right? And it's not that I
yeah
was using it every day. It was on. It was the only program that was like I wish my computer was like mining Bitcoin at that time, but that was long before Bitcoin existed. But yeah, LimeWire was because I got into that stuff right after Napster failed, and
yeah
it
yeah
was
yeah
Kaza and LimeWire, and
yeah.
Kaza became
Huzzah.
had
Yeah.
too much malware.
Mate, you're a couple of years older than me, but our stories are exactly the same there. Did you know that the domain for LimeWire was bought out by some shitcoiners, and now there's a cryptocurrency LimeWire? I met the founders at in Singapore, and I stole one of their hats. I was gonna wear. I'll try to get a T-shirt to wear it on the show just to show off. I know these pricks. There's a LimeWire shitcoin. It's got nothing to do with downloading music, but there is a LimeWire shitcoin right now. So shout
Yeah,
out.
I'm waiting to be right. This is Litecoin on its way to an 80% correction. CZ's out of prison, not helping the stock of the company much, and everything else is falling. Like I said the
Yeah,
only one with bullish aspirations is Solana. It's not looking great, but it's the best looking chart out of all the
yeah.
scams. And I think this is almost zero. When does Tezos just get delisted? And
Mm.
yeah, no, it's over for shitcoins. I don't think there will be anything. I mean, like, look at even this one. Look at Link, it's going down. Like, everything is going down. They're all going to zero. Now, I'm sure there is a slew of new ones that aren't on my
Uh,
list. And what the fuck is this?
to type in there's a Kamala Harris and a Trump.
I'm not doing
It's all, I think they're ordinals. I don't know, but they're up like
what the?
30% today. What's that?
That's
BSV.
Luna. That's Luna. It's dead.
Done.
Dash, dude, they're all dying. I mean, that's I mean,
The
I will.
fast
Oh, so
yeah, let's
Matic
go.
got delisted. Holy shit! There they go. This is what's supposed to be happening. They're supposed to come off exchanges. Remember
Mm.
when Matic? Everyone
Oh
thought it
yeah,
was going to be the next Bitcoin, and now it's
that
not
was the
even
next
listed
big
anymore.
thing. Yeah, that's true.
Uh, wow, this is what a disaster this
Well, it
shit is.
sticks STX. That's the next Bitcoin. Yeah, up, one up, one up, one up. Go one up on your thing. STX.
What
That's
the
the
hell is
one.
that?
I don't know. I'm just joking. I don't know. No
It
idea.
actually looks better than the rest.
Oh, it's going to change the world, dude. That's the
I
one.
know.
Oh, XRP. Did you go XRP? BTC? XRP?
Yeah, it's somewhere here.
Oh, yeah. That's it. That's the one.
It's also dying. They're
Oh,
all
shit.
dying.
Cardano. Cardano is going to change the world, isn't it?
I don't even know what the hell the rest of this shit is. I must have added it recently. Oh, this one is dying also. They're all dying.
Did you go to Cardano? That's the one.
Oh, Cardano's done.
No,
Look
no,
at
that's
that.
the
Look at that. Look Cardano.
one.
Done. Done. Put a fork in that one. You know, Tron, because Tron is handling most of the Tether transactions, Tron is, staying alive for a little while.
Oh, what about internet computer? I met a guy who's works for internet
Dude,
computer.
I'm not adding more shitcoins to this
No, no,
list.
no, no, hear me out. Hear me out. He's going to release the OnlyFans of crypto on
Sure.
uh, internet computer. It's going to change the world. It's basically you can pay in internet. Did I lose you? Tone, is your mic on? Sorry, you there,
Yeah, it's
mate?
on.
Yeah,
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 I'm
yeah.
here.
Yes. I actually was surprised you weren't impressed by the pitch. I thought maybe my
Yeah.
mic was on.
Crypto Commons is asking me to check OM. What the hell is OM?
OM.
The
Oh,
hell?
that's the one.
The hell is
Sell.
this?
Sell it.
I mean, the exit scam already happened, and now idiots discovered it. It's bullish.
No, yeah, you got a chance to get out at real profit here. That's fantastic. Get out.
Oh, that's a weekly chart, man. This thing can make it to an MRI top. Look at the last two times. Wow, look at the MRI on this thing. It's done great. Look at that. Called the
14 at
top
once.
back in February, called another top back in May, and here we go again. No, this thing has some legs, and then make sure you get out.
Yeah. All right, let's go. I'm done. I hate this.
All right, we're done. All right, guys, thank you all for watching, and we will see you all on the next one. Let me stop screen share here. Close us out, Matt.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. And we will see you tomorrow. No more shit coins. We'll come back. We'll touch on the shit coins in 3 months that close the next quarter. And if there's any change, we'll be here. We'll be first to bring it to you. See you tomorrow. Buy the
Oh,
dip.
and I am going to be in El Salvador in November for adopting Bitcoin. There's an event in El Salvador, guys. If you want to see me in person, come down to El Salvador. Might play some poker, and then we'll probably head off to Prospero in Rotan after that. So, yep, find us in El Salvador mid-November.